My name is Father George Zal, and I am the pastor of Immaculate Conception Parish. And I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank the pastors, the imams, the rabbis, the news media for coming to this conference. I must tell you, I have to resist the strong urge I have to take up a collection, seeing all of you in front of me. I'm simply here to introduce the speakers as they come along. I'm the master of ceremonies, so to speak. And to begin, I'd like to invite Associate Pastor Tim Bogerman from the First Congregational Church.
Hello, and welcome to all of you. And in many ways, this is a long time coming. In some ways, it's not. We are very excited that many of you can be here today. When the proposed casino came to Revere, when this came through a few months ago, many of us as clergy were concerned. But as it turns out, it was more than just clergy. It was the religious leaders from Revere. The major faiths in Revere, Catholic, Protestant, as well as Muslim leaders, and Rabbi Joseph Bergman, we all stand together against the casino. As we had conversations together, we were finding we cannot support this casino. Not only do we stand against it morally, but we're concerned for our citizens who live here. As you'll hear from other leaders today, we are concerned what this will do to the larger community over the many years to come. And we believe that God has something better in store for this community than a casino. The destructive effects of gambling, the addictions, the problems, the suicides that will happen, as well as the impact of traffic and other issues with families who live here, is a major concern for us as religious leaders in this community. So we formed a group called the Friends of Revere. The Friends of Revere, and you have the website www.friendsofrevere.com. You can go there to learn more about us. We believe we're here to stand together against this casino as religious faiths, together united. We cannot find a time, or very rare times, where the religious faiths have come together like this in our history here in this city. But we believe firmly that this casino will not do anything good for this community, and that there's something better for this community. We care about jobs. We want jobs, but we want sustainable jobs for this community, for people who can have jobs that will actually be good for this community and support the life that is here in the surrounding area. We also support the work of Don't Gamble on Revere. This is a group that was formed a few months ago as a ballot question committee that's been fighting already in Revere to oppose this casino. And we stand here also supporting their work, letting you know that we care about what they have done and the work they have accomplished. So here today, the Friends of Revere, we have the major faith religions that have come together as one to stand against the casino and to say that God has something better in store for us here. And we want it to be known publicly in this community. We will not put up with bullying in this community. We've received stories from minority store owners who've been bullied by city councilors and told to remove signs from their store, anti-casino signs, from their stores, and tell them to put yes signs up. We will not put up with the culture of fear in this city. We believe that we stand with this community, with minority store owners, with those who are afraid to stand up. And we are standing with you and say, we will stand with you because we care about this community. And we believe together, united as one, walking arm in arm, that we can stand against this. And if you are afraid or scared to stand up in this community, you have a voice. This is a democracy. People have died for this democracy, and we care about this community. We encourage all of you in this community to stand up with us and join us. Thank you.
Our next speaker is one who's been a pastor here for 40 years in our community. And I just learned the other day he was the one who advocated for Cambodian students when the people who had come over 40 years ago after the Khmer Rouge took over Cambodia, and the students were not being given a decent education. He has a long, long history of working for peace and justice, of a love for Revere and its people. And that's Pastor Nick Granitos from the pastor of the First Congregational Church.
Thank you very much. As Pastor Zola said, I've been here for 40 years. And during my 40 years here, I've seen tremendous things happen in the city of Revere. It's been so exciting to be part of the city. This city, 40 years ago, had a lot of problems, and our schools were in terrible shape. Kids were going to school in schools that were built in the 1800s. And now we've got beautiful schools in Revere. We have a new police station. We got a new fire station. We got beautiful hotels that have been built in the last number of years. We've seen economic development. And we're seeing a revival of young families coming into the city. Our city was aging out. We have many young families coming here. We have wonderful we have diversity in our community. We got the nations of the world are coming here to Revere. And it's so wonderful. And we're dwelling together in harmony and peace. You know, all the different ethnic groups here. When was the last time you heard about an incident in Revere, any kind of racial problem or ethnic problem? We're united as one here in this city, this community. It's wonderful. And now, with everything going well and things looking positive, we have this threat. We have this major corporation south of us down in Connecticut that wants to invade Revere and wants to bring all manner of problems upon us. And I'm seeing Revere going up, 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 and now there's this big anchor that wants to take us down, down, down. And there's all these promises that are being made, and everybody thinks it's going to be wonderful. This casino's going to come, and there's going to be all these jobs, and all these wonderful things are going to happen. And it's making it sound like Revere is the most blessed community in the world, that we're going to have this casino. But no one's looking at the hard facts, the reality of casinos. Nobody's looking at what is actually going to happen, how it's going to affect our community that's been rising up, and now we're going to be taken right down. Because although this casino promises so many things, it's guaranteeing nothing except the following. It is a guarantee, it's a sure bet that this casino is going to bring increased crime. There's not even any question about it. The city of Revere understands that. That's why there's money for more police. They know there's going to be more crime, so we're going to need more police. I got a better idea. Let's not increase the crime to start with, then we won't need all those extra police. So there we go. So increased crime is guaranteed. And how about another guarantee? Another guarantee is there's going to be an increase in compulsive gambling. Studies show that within 50-mile radius of a casino, the rates of compulsive gambling double. Double. Now, this affects real human beings. This affects our neighbors and friends here in this community. I've been part of this community for 40 years. I love Revere. I've been giving my life to this city. I love this place. And I don't want to see my neighbor and friends become addicted to gambling and have their lives be destroyed. I was recently at a meeting of social service providers in Revere. And they weren't talking about the potential problems. They were assuming that there's going to be all these problems with families. They were assuming there's going to be an increase in domestic violence related to compulsive gambling. They assume there's going to be family problems. And they're trying to already prepare for these things that are going to be coming. And so, you know, do we want to see that in our community? Do we want to see families going down? Do we want to see individuals and families have their lives destroyed by compulsive gambling? And then, how about the traffic? How about oh yes, the casino is going to pay for improved roads. We're going to put nice tar on the roads. Our roads will look beautiful. But how is that going to get more people to the casino? That's what I want to know. Our roads are going to be clogged. Traveling from here to Beachmont, you know, you better start learning how to walk. That's all I can say. We're going to exercise in Revere because we're going to be clogged with traffic. And the whole area is. And so what is this casino going to give us? It's going to give us a lot of headaches. And it's going to bring us right down. And so we are coming together, and I am so excited to be a clergyman at this time in this city, to stand with Muslim brothers, to stand with Jewish leaders, to stand with my fellow Catholics here in the city, fellow Christian, united together like no other time. And you know, if nothing else that comes out, that's, you know, the casino has united us together. Thanks be to God. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pastor Granitas. The next speaker we have is from our sister church, just across from the library there, the Chapel of Bethel, the Bethlehem Chapel, Pastor Nelly Esturban.
Dios les bendiga a todos.
God bless you, everybody.
A este motivo en el cual que nosotros estamos aquí,
This moment, you know that we're here today.
que tengo 20 años de estar aquí en Revere como residente,
I've been a resident of Revere for 20 years,
y siempre ha habido paz.
and there always has been peace in this city.
Soy madre viuda,
I'm a mother.
tengo mis hijos,
I have my kids.
adolescentes,
They are teenagers,
Y muchos jóvenes que conozco
And many teenagers that I know,
están en la escuela, en la high school.
they are in high school, they are in these schools.
Y por ese motivo estoy aquí con ustedes,
And that's one of the purposes that I'm here on this day,
diciéndole no al casino,
saying no to the casino.
porque trae mucha pobreza,
There's going to be many poverty
Drogas,
it's going to bring to the city, drugs,
alcoholismo.
alcohol.
Yo
Alcohol
tengo
is gonna bring to the
hombres y
city.
mujeres ahora en este momento
I have men and women in
donde he
this moment
trabajado con ellos,
that I have worked with them,
sacándolos de la droga,
getting out of this
del
addictions
alcoholismo.
from alcohol.
Y con el casino lo que ocasiona
And these places, these casinos, what it's going to bring,
destrucción de matrimonios,
destructions, the family is going to be great,
pobreza,
poverty,
más tráfico.
more traffic.
Yo todos los días voy para la escuela,
Every day, I take them to school.
hay mucho tráfico.
There's a lot of traffic
Ahora.
on this already. There is a lot of
Imagínense ya
traffic.
con el casino.
Can you imagine, when they bring these casinos, over?
Yo quiero la paz en Revere.
I want the peace for the city of Revere.
No queremos el casino
We
aquí.
don't want the casino over here.
¿Sabe por qué?
Let me tell you why.
Amo a mis hijos,
I love my kids.
amo a la gente
I love the people around.
y no quiero la destrucción para la
And I
gente.
don't want any type of destruction, to the family.
Discúlpenme, pero ellos solo ven su beneficio personal.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but they are only looking out for their own benefits.
Nosotros no estamos de esa manera viviendo.
That's not the way that we want to live.
Queremos que hayan escuelas y universidades
We want schools, the universities, college to bring to the
en ese lugar.
on that place.
Que Dios les bendiga.
God bless you, everybody.
Thank you, Pastor Nelly. I must also say, I neglected to say, well, the first thing that happened to me when I came to Revere was that one of my parishioners just came out of recovery from an addiction, and he was helped by Pastor Nick, and he's still sober after 9 years. We're grateful to you for that. So he knows what it's about. And the next speaker is Rabbi Joseph Berman, who's going to speak for himself on the issue of this casino. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rabbi Joseph Berman, and I'm here speaking on behalf of myself, not for my congregation or my board. But I'm here and I am glad to be speaking because I think that a casino in Revere will be bad for our community. Jewish tradition is virtually unambiguous in its condemnation of gambling. Why? One explanation is particularly striking in referring to gambling as stealing. I believe this association of gambling as theft is appropriate when we think about casinos. Because the way that casinos work is, as a rule, the house comes out ahead. That's why casinos make money. And studies from other cities show that people who can't afford to go to casinos, low-income folks, are the most likely to go to casinos. And so, as a result, the people who are most harmed by casinos, the people who lose the most money, are those in our communities who are least able to afford the losses. Casinos prey on the most vulnerable members of our communities, and they increase poverty and addiction and crime. In Judaism, we have the obligation of tikkun olam, which is to work as partners with God in healing the world, in bringing healing to the world, and bringing wholeness, to repair the world. A casino would create more brokenness in our community. We have to work with God to be partners, to make our society more just and equitable for everyone. A casino would only create more poverty and hurt the most vulnerable in our society. Thank you.
Representing the Muslim community, thank you, Rabbi Joseph. Representing the Muslim community is Imam Sharif. We ask him to come forward, please. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Thank you for having me here today to present my fellow Muslims in the area. And my fellow brothers here who spoke before me, they said, if I start to talk about how is gambling viewed in Islam, I'm just going to say the same things. And that shows us how we are in the same trench together in this, and what we need to do is to have each other backs on this. The Quran, the holy book of the Muslims, said that the alcohol and gambling are repugnant action of the Satan's work. And those who and those who fall into addiction of these two things, they follow the luring steps of Satan. So we don't bring Satan here. We don't want him, we don't like him, and we don't want him to live amongst us. The idea of us working together is inevitable. And as my brother George said, if this, or my brother Nick actually said, if the only thing that brings us together, it's a great work. It is about time that all monotheistic religions get together to fight this materialisticity. Can you say that? That is coming upon us, and try to make people forget about the presence of God in our life, which we will not let happen, will we? Yeah, because we believe He's here, we believe He is watching over us, and we trust Him that He is going to help us through this. I want you not to just vote for yourself no to this casino. I want you to bring 100 people with you on that day. That is your duty towards your community. When the Quran said these things about gambling, in the end of the verse, it didn't say, so don't you gamble. It did not say that. He said, don't let it come near you. It did not say, do not gamble. It said, don't let it, فَلَا تَقْرَبُوا. Don't let it, or فَاجْتَنِبُوا. Don't let it come near you. Because the affection of it is not only for people who go in it. It is, the study said is like 30 to 50 miles radius, the affection of this. And I will be in this trench fighting with every power I have with my Muslim brothers and sisters in order to stop this from coming any near to my house fence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Imam Sharif. Imam Sharif's, I was speaking with him just before, and he said, this is historic, as Pastor Nick has said, that all the religious groups have gotten together and under this one issue, and we should continue to meet. I mean, this is beautiful. If there's anything that has resulted from this tragedy, it's that we've been brought together. The next speaker is a good friend of mine. I've known him since he was a seminarian. Just ordained 2 years now, I think. Father Felipe Gonzalez from the cathedral. Father Felipe is going to give a personal witness.
Good morning to all. So I am here really as I'm at the Cathedral of Holy Cross, but I want to give my personal experience on this matter. Yesterday we had a feast, the presentation of the Lord, in which we enter the Mass with all these candles, reminding us that we as Christians, Jesus Christ said, you are the light of the world. And all of us, because of our baptism, we are called to be this light. And we are called to bring this light to everyone who is in darkness. St. Paul said, Caritas Christis urgenos. The love of God urges us, pushes us. Woe to me if I do not announce the gospel. And this is why I'm here. No? I'm here not representing the Cathedral of the Holy Cross. I'm representing me as a Christian. No? Because this is, and I want to read just a few things of a letter that was written on Sunday, the 12th of 2001, when Cardinal Sean was the bishop in Fall River. No? And he wrote this letter when they were proposing these casinos over there. But it stands the same. This is a public letter that all of you can get. No? And he said, no, there is no doubt that gambling victimizes the poor. The poorest citizens spend the largest percentage of their income on gambling. Those who can least afford it gamble the most. No? Gambling addiction, as many of you mentioned, is growing fast in the U.S. due to the expansion of casinos. The closer the casino, the more people become addicted to gambling. And I'm just going to read this in a seminar on addictions sponsored by the National Catholic Bioethics Center. No, they said that this is one of the worst addictions. He said that one survey has shown that 22% of the compulsive gamblers divorce because of gambling. 49% stole from work to pay gambling debts. 23% became alcoholics. 26% had compulsive eating disorders. And 63% said that they had thought of suicide. And 79% said they wanted to die. No? Now you may say, this is an exaggeration. No, these are just things you're saying. I'm here to tell you that I suffered in my own flesh this. One of my family members, whom I will not mention, got addicted to the open casino in my city, and he got addicted to gambling. He had a restaurant, he had a house, he had 6 children, and because of his addiction, he stole to his wife, he stole from work, he stole his truck. At one point, there was people who wanted to kill him, so he disappeared. We thought he was dead for 2 months. We found him on the streets in L.A., living like a homeless, completely crazy. It took us years to bring him back to his wife and his children. It's a miracle that now he has recovered. But that experience showed that this affects the whole community. It's not just it affects one. If it affects one, it affects all of us. Because it's something. It's like sin. In the Catholic Church, we say that sin is never private. It's not my own little thing. But it's something social because it affects everyone. It affected all of us. And the consequences of every action that we say, every word that we do, they continue. And they are there for the good or for the bad. Jesus Christ said it very clearly that you will know when something is good by the fruit. So my thing to you today is, if the fruit of whatever you're doing smells bad, wake up and smell the coffee. I mean, I want to finish with what Bishop O'Malley said in that letter. We all want what is best for our people, and there can be legitimate differences of opinion. I simply wish to urge caution lest we open the doors of our cities to what would be called a Trojan horse that might contain many unpleasant surprises and unwanted baggage. Let's not take this gamble. The stakes are too high. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Felipe. And Pastor Collins is not here, but is the pastor of the Cambodian community. Did he come in? Pastor Martinez. Oh, right in front of my eye. You were here from the beginning. Pastor Martinez is the pastor of the Assemblies of God at the Circle. I forget the name of the circle.
Tabernacle Gospel.
Tabernacle Gospel. Thank you.
Good morning. Buenos días. Shalom. I am very happy. Estoy muy contento de estar aquí. I'm so happy to be here this morning. We have 22 seconds, 22 days 22 days for making the important election in the city. We had only 2 Sundays. The next 2 Sundays is very important for each one. My brother, my sister, and the pastor, the father, or the rabbi, or the another, is talking perfectly about the casino. I don't repeat nothing. But we got it only 22 days. We're not getting any more chance. And when talking this morning, not to your people, I went talking to outside these people. I went speaking to the community of Revere, my fellow neighbor. In the next 22 days, we're making an important election for this city. It's only taking seconds to vote, to make a decision when you go into the vote. Thinking about the Revere. Thinking about. I know we are in religion, we know, but I want to talk about the politics, my friends, about the leader of the community, about all those people that got the power to set decision. Thinking about Revere. We're going to speak it today and to 5 days, to beautiful sermons, to testimonies. But only we got it 22 days. 22 days. I don't want to cry anymore. On the next 20 years more cry. My friend, my dear friend, the leader of Revere, I know you got a lot of money today. You got power today. So think about Revere. The next 2 Sundays, my fellow people, you got to open to tell you people the reality. We wanted the casino? We wanted the casino? No. We wanted the casino? No. We wanted the casino? No. But not. But not. Only 2 seconds say yes or no. My fellow Revere, you got only 2 seconds to make a decision. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
We had been waiting for the pastor of the Cambodian church, but I don't see these here. So the next speaker is me. I was at the presentation this past weekend on Saturday, given by the mayor and his council and representatives from Mohegan Sun, and I was very impressed. The presentation that he gave of what he thought would be the benefits to Revere. I was most impressed by his love for Revere. He was born in this city. He wants the best for it. But I think he is deceived. Deceived. I think he should read some of the comments of that you can find in Why Casinos Matter and in New York's Promise, 2 studies that have been done of casino gambling. Because they say that, as you have heard, gambling is destructive, not only of individuals, but of families and of marriages and of the whole city. As a matter of fact, our culture in general has been going down, with permissiveness and people, an anti-paternalistic attitude. But what's so bad about paternalism? My father made sure that the lights were shut off, the doors were locked, and the property was kept clean, and we were kept off the street because he loved us. Okay, so when this whole issue came up, all I could think of was what we read in our church this past summer from one of the prophets, I forget who said, "Look, if you see someone heading to doing something dangerous and sinful, and you don't warn them, and they do it, you're responsible just as much as them. But if you warn them, If you don't warn them, you're responsible. But if you warn them, and they go and do it anyway, then you're clean, you know. And you may have prevented someone from falling into something that will destroy him. And so, and I'm thinking this, as I was thinking what I would present today, I just thought of Jesus in the wilderness. He comes out and Satan says, have a quick fix. Turn these stones into bread. That's what this casino thing is. It's a quick fix. But it is a quick means, what is it? Short-term gain, long-term pain. Yep. And what is the pain? What is the pain? It's been mentioned to you. The Institute for American Values has about a 55-page document. And in that document it says that, look, our political leaders, those who are making decisions for us, the state should ask some questions. Does state-sponsored gambling serve the greater public good? Does it help reduce social and economic inequality? Does it produce things of lasting value that we can be proud of? What do casinos produce? Poverty, broken families, you know, and air. I mean, they don't produce anything. One person might come out with a pocket full of money, but only at the expense of a million others who lost their money. Okay, they lost their money, and do casinos support the idea, considered by many to be essential in a democracy, that what happens to us depends more on what we do than on whether we're lucky? You know, I have friends. I remember one kid. He lost everything. He lost his family. He lost his business. Lost everything. You know, because he kept on hoping that he was going to hit it. He's going to hit it. He had to move out of state a couple of times, different states that he was in, because he was a wanton man. He had people coming after him to do violence for debts that he owed. And he was a bright kid. Should have gone to school, but was addicted. Huh? And so do our decisions build human, social, or moral capital? Does it hurt people? Is it fair, our decisions? You know, I don't think casino is a yes to any of these questions. Okay? The mayor of Atlantic City. This is astounding. I just ran across this. I've had little time to prepare for this because I thought it was a done deal. it's not a done deal. Yeah. I found out half of my parish is against it, but they just didn't go out to vote. You know. So, but this is from the same letter that Felipe quoted. The mayor of Atlantic City, Joseph Napolitan, regretted what he called his worst mistake. He explains, we assumed, as our good mayor assumed and his council, that casinos would create new jobs, revitalize the city, restore its economic strength. Instead, within 3 years, the crime rate tripled, 40% of the restaurants closed, the number of homeless people increased by 2,000%. That's 2 with 3 zeros. 2,000%. Property values dropped. An unseemly number of teenagers became gambling addicts, and prostitution was rampant. One of the things that this report says that from the Institute of American Values says is that, modern gambling, casino gambling, is different. I mean, it's like McDonald's. It's gone all over the place. All right? It used to be the gangs kept it in Las Vegas, in the desert, in the middle of nowhere, when it was illegal. Okay? But now that it's legal, they have computerized machines that actually increase the desire. They give you little wins in the hope of winning back. I don't know how exactly it works. I've never seen it. I mean, I went to Las Vegas once and I lost $2. I set my limit. It was very boring, very boring. The Catholic Church is not, I mean, you can read it in the Catechism, we're not against small games like bingo and that. So a lot of institutions depend upon it. But against predatory gambling like the kind you find in urban casinos is immoral. And I don't have bingo in my parish. People want to establish. I don't want it. Okay? But it's too much trouble. But it doesn't lead to the kind of sickness and destruction that organized predatory gambling will incite. And one final thing. This is, the Mohegan Sun is a tribe. They are considered, an entity, a tribal entity. They call themselves the tribe. If they go bankrupt, they don't have to pay anyone back. The $430 million that we're guaranteed to get from them, if they go bankrupt, that money is gone, as far as I understand. Okay? So we can't rely on their promises, as sincere as they might want to be. And it would be foolish. It would be foolish to put our confidence in money. Confidence should be in God and in the goodwill of one another. That's what strong communities are based on. So I think that's the story, Morning Glory. Now we will entertain questions, if you have questions from those who have made presentations. Please. What's that? A prayer. We want to close with a prayer. I would like the Imam to give us a prayer, if he would. Imam Sharif. I heard you pray before. I know you can do it.
This is not working, is it? الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. All praise and gratefulness be to you, God in heaven. You're the most merciful, the most compassionate. You're the owner of all the worlds. It's you who we worship. And it's you who we seek help with. Guide us to the straight path. The path of those that you have bestowed your bounty upon, and not those that you have descended your wrath on. O God, we ask you to show the right thing as right and give us the strength to follow it and support it and help it. Oh God, help us to see evil as evil and give us the strength to stand against it. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. Oh God, we ask you that you watch upon us as we fight the battle that you would like us to fight, that you have made us be here in this place at this time. Make us fulfill our purposes for being here, for defending your cause and helping your children have a better life. Amen. Amen.